Everybody, it's Pam at the Paper Outpost, and here I am with this journal I've been working on, and I thought I would show you some ways that you can use the buttons that we made last time in an actual journal. So one very easy thing you can do is make a embellishment for the front of any journal, just a little something, and I thought I would just add this to the front. I'm going to use some Fabrifix, and let me just back this up a little bit. You can see a little better. And put this down on here, and this is gonna hold really well on the cover with this Fabrifix glue. And whoops, here we go. This is what the glue bottle looks like if you've never seen it. Made by Beacon, and I'm just gonna put that right there. There's just something very simple, just a little adornment in the corner. We could also put something on the spine, which might be fun, so that you can see an alternative of what that might look like. Let me just straighten these pages here. But maybe I could put something on the center area. And let me see who might look good in this department. Let me open this up so it's a little bit more flat. Actually, I think I'm going to put it like that. That's a better way. But just try a few on for size and see which one really. Oh, that looks kind of cool. I like the little liquid pearls on there. Look like that's kind of pretty too. That's gonna keep me. Put it right here. And we could just try a neutral one. We could try one of these brown ones. The old button. Oh, why do it seem like it's so much further to the top? Do it there. That would look kind of cool. And what about the white one? Oh my gosh, they just all look so cool on there. I don't know what to do. So which one are you voting for? I think I'm going to go for, oh, there's also this small one. And that would look very nice. Very simple, very elegant. But I think it's a tie between that one, this one, and maybe this one. And maybe I could put more than one. Maybe I don't have to decide. Maybe I could put one here. And I could put one here. I could do that. Just build it up a little bit. Some more orientation on there. Looks kind of cool. But not sure about the black and white on here. I'm not, you know, that's not it. And you could also build. Do I have another? Something like this here. Just do like a central cluster. Okay, that's there. That's there. Okay, so move you down here a bit. Some more in the middle. Almost make it like an embellishment medallion sort of thing. I think that looks kind of cool. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. All right. Let's get this out. And this one I obviously didn't. It's just au natural the way it was, but I think the colors go well. Being an off-white cream. That's that little guy we made. And I'm really gluing to the strings and the spine. And just kind of a fun thing you can do with the buttons. And that's what this video is going to be about. Just different ways you can use your pretty decorated buttons in your junk journals. And why not? We've got these toys. Let's play with them. And so let's get this last little guy on there. This is very beginner friendly. Anybody can do this. Okay. There we go. So we got that on the spine, looking very cool. I'm going to close that up. It's all sealed. Life is good. All right, now I'm going to be very careful, and if they fall off, I'll just have to reglue them. But we do have a few left. So what can we do with those? And I was thinking we could maybe make some fun little journal cards and journal tags with these, and page tabs. I thought that would be really cool. This is a pretty page. So I could maybe use a page tab. Maybe we could do something like that. And really, all you do is glue it to the page, and you've got a page tab. And we're going to call that done. So that's one easy thing you can do. Put glue on half And you could put a backing on this or have a wraparound backing of sort, but I think it's fine just like that. I do. I think that's actually really cute. It sticks out a little bit. Maybe I'll stick it out a little more. Okay, there you go. So it's just peeking out of the book. And then I've got 3 of these left. I thought there was a section in here that needed some more stuff, although it's looking very full. Here's maybe here. Okay, we're gonna have need for a few extra things. But, okay, let's grab a bulldog clip and hold that back. And then let's grab some, oh, what I have. Oh, these are pretty. Let's maybe use these. These are the Happy Hummingbird of one of the most recent new digikits. And let's see. I have a nice pair of scissors floating around here somewhere. It's like 75 pair of scissors. Can I find one? No. Okay. I do that with eyeglasses too, like reading glasses. I buy millions of them and then I put them everywhere and I can't find any of them. All right, so let's try this little Happy Hummingbird here. Freehand cut, but they're pretty easy to cut out. Try and make them easy to cut out. I want you guys having fun, not get frustrated. So these are pretty simple to do. And I hope you're having a dandy day and the world is being kind and nice to you. And if it's not, just keep crafting. It's the solution to everything. Okay. All right, so we have one of these. And under here somewhere, I have my brown dauber, which I will just quickly ink around to give it a little bit of distinction. And now I have a very pretty journal card that I can put in here. I can tuck it into a pocket or a tuck or clip it on with a paper clip, you name it. I'm just going to ink up these edges a little bit more for contrast. Yeah, that's it. Coloring. I'm coloring in, which is always fun. Harkens back to days gone by, right? Yes, okay. Oh, there, that's very pretty. Okay, so this, I like the colors. They just magically match. So I think I'm just going to glue that on top. And there's really nothing more to it than that. Okie dokie. A little bit of glue. Good old Fabrifix. And put that puppy about halfway, 3/4 of the way, which is, it's like a little topper. Instead of a fluffy topper, we have that as a topper. And then we can just simply clip this onto a page. Very pretty. You can have it stick up top if you want it to peep out a bit, but it's a removable, which makes it kind of fun and easy. Then I got a couple more, and let me see, I do have a couple other cute little pictures. All right, these are the Crazy Bird Committee, and they're kind of fun. You can cut them out in squares. They're actually designed in squares, or you can shape cut them out if you wanted to do that. But I think they're going to look cute like this. And I think I'm going to round the corners on these just to make them look a little more polished and finished. And they're going to have purpose. They've got attitude already. I don't need to give them attitude. They got plenty of that. All right. Okay, where is my brown? Where's my brown dauber? I have my brown dauber. I mean, where's my brown ink? And I am using Vintage Photo because it's right here on my desk. So there you go. There we go. How cute is that, right? He's definite attitude. I love it. And I think he might work with that one. But with this guy, I think I'm going to put a tiny little piece of cheesecloth behind him, or gauze, whatever I have here. So I seem to have gauze. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to cut out a little. Maybe I'll make it a ruffle. Maybe I'll do it a ruffle and a button. All right. So to do ruffle and button, okay, maybe I'm going to go even thinner. I'm going to go about that thin, super thin, super thin. Then I'm going to put a little stream of glue. Just one little swipe-a-rooney across the top. Gonna lay this down here. Then I'm going to do the squish together technique. Kind of squish it so it all fits right where it should. And of course, all the glue's going on your fingers and you get it all stuck, but that's okay. So it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of hairy, and we like that hairy looking because he's you know, he looks a little hairy to me. You know, I feel like that sometimes when I wake up in the morning. Okay, so I'm going to put this on virtually the same way, but this one just has a little bit of a different look or a different feel. And maybe I'll put this one in the book in a different spot. There, all done. Really cute. You can put some lines on the back if you want. Could decorate the back too. Very easy. And oops. Where'd that magic pen go? I don't know. What's this magic pen? Not very magic. It's green. Let's see if it writes. Just put some lines. I love the look of hand-drawn lines. So I'm just staggering them a little bit, but just denoting that this is somewhere for somebody to write some of their life stories. Maybe I'll just do a little posy up here. There. All right. Just something little and small, and now we'll put it in the journal. Oh, that's a good spot. But maybe I'd like to go a little further away. Oh, maybe here. That's a good spot. There's really rarely a bad spot. It's almost always a good spot. But you're going to find some spots will speak to you louder than other spots do. It's just the way it goes sometimes. There we go. So he has a happy home now. And we have one little button left. So we've made a page tab. We've made some journal card toppers. And we've done, oh, let's see if these guys moved. We put an adornment on the front. We've decorated our spine. And maybe I want to put this on the back. Just so I can say I've got uniformity. I don't know, though. I don't think so. No. I think I'm not done with this button. I think that's what's going on. I'm going deep with this button. Oh, I got another button left. Well, we're going to go deep with this button. And we are going to find the black spongy thing, which I was telling. See, no, wasn't somebody supposed to come in here and clean my desk? Oh, right. Yes, that was me. Okay, well, apparently I didn't get to it because I was in the throes of creating. Here it is. I know it. So I threw this over the top, trying to make it look neat. And I guess I didn't really fake my way through that, did I? No, I think you all knew what was going on. That's okay, though. I do my best. All right? We do what we can around here at the Paper Outpost. And we keep having fun, though. Yeah, I want you to know it's always under the umbrella of fun. And there we go. So I've darkened that up a little bit. I felt it needed something. And now we're going to find a pretty place for this in here. Oops. Okay, put you over there. Put everything over here. Okay, got one left. And let's find a special spot for you. Maybe, oh, okay. Maybe something here. Oh, that's pretty. That would look just nice there. Maybe I like this one on there. That looks kind of cute. What if I did something like this? What if I made that a pocket? Wouldn't that be wild? So I'm going to glue the bottom of this one. This is like crazy out there stuff. Just a little on the bottom. That there. And this one, just a little on the top. Now this will bulk up your journal if you put a lot of these in here. But yeah, one or two of these around, a journal, it's okay. It's okay. Now I do have this. This fell out of the book somewhere, but I could tuck something like that in there. But it's not going to be that because maybe I'll tuck this in there. That's kind of pretty. This is it's actually a postcard, some kind of Japanese or Chinese postcard of a leaf, and I think I could fiddle stick this in here somehow. where it could still be removed without being glued down. And then I have something like that. How about that? Yeah. So just fun ideas from the Paper Outpost. Now, let me see if I can find fluffer pants. Hold on. Look who I found.
Hello, yep, it's me again, Junior Cup Pup Reporter Sunshine, reporting for duty. Okay, so all ducks are aligned and behaving, and everything is well, and there will be no duck soup. There will be no eating of the duck eggs, although I'm sure that would be fine, but we will not be doing that. I think they're wood ducks. We're not sure. We're guessing. They have orange beaks and orange feet, and then ducky bodies, brownie ducks. But they're very pretty, and we like them. So, do you have ducks at your place? What kind of ducks do you have? Sally, do you have ducks? Marge, Ethel, Clarice, anybody?
Okay, I'm sure somebody out there has ducks. Maybe they'll let us know.
All right, then I'm going to have a snooze in the meantime while you get your ducks in a row, and you just let me know when you're ready, and I'll be right back next time.
Okay, very good. You're so sweet. Love you, Bunchkins. Go over there. And your little Betty Boo. Okay, so there you go, folks. Had fun today with you. I hope you're always enjoying yourself and having fun with your crafting expeditions. I have a free monthly email newsletter. Check that out. Links down below. My videos come out Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts, audio material comes out Tuesdays, and video podcasts you can see 4 days a week on Spotify. I have an Etsy shop, and you can find journals and bundles and kits and bundles in there when available. I sell digikits, which are printable, downloadable images. If you don't have a printer or don't like to print, I will print 10 digikits out for you. The only thing I need is for you to buy the print and mail option, and then send me a list of the digikit names that you want through Etsy message. And if you don't know which ones, just say surprise me, or I like birds, or I like butterflies, or roses and teacups. I mean, you name it. Yeah, I mean, I have over 380 now to pick from, so I can probably find something that might be right up your alley, and I will be happy to curate those for you. Also, I have an Amazon shop with favorite tools and supplies that I use. If you're looking for links, they should be in there. And also, I have a merchandise shop. If you like the phrase create with reckless abandon, or everything is a craft supply and to prove otherwise, you can get that on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, zip hoodie, mug tote, or a water bottle. And remember, most of all, that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. I'll see you next time.